Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Village of Bartlett Committee of the Whole, July 21st, 2026. I ask the clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Betterman?
Here.
Daney?
Here.
GANDSEY?
Here.
Hopkins?
Here.
Laporte?
Here.
Swansky? President Gunstein.
Here. That'll take us to our town hall portion. If there's anybody that'd like to address the board, please do so by stepping up to the podium. Please try to keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. State your name and address. Anybody? No? All right, that'll close the town hall portion. Take us to our standing committee reports. Community and Economic Development, Chairman GANDSEY.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have one item. We have a special guest tonight. We have Commissioner Rick Gieser to talk about DuPage Forest Preserve project updates.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. I'm Rick Gieser. I am the commissioner for the DuPage County Forest Preserve for District 6 for the DuPage side of Bartlett. Thank you for the invitation to speak to you tonight. I've met many of you before, so it's an honor to be here. I'm going to give you a little bit of update on some of the cool things that are happening in the Forest Preserve throughout the county, but then I'm going to narrow down into what's going on right around here in Bartlett. So we're just going to be here for about 90 minutes, if that's okay with everyone. Okay, good. So first off, we're going to talk about a few of the things that are happening district-wide. Right now, we're in the middle of summer. We're halfway through our program called Unplug to Recharge. We're encouraging people to sign up on our website, which is www.dupageforest.org/recharge, and you can sign up to take the pledge to get outside, turn off your phones, your devices, and enjoy nature for 30 minutes a day. I know that's difficult for a lot of us, but maybe take your Zoom meetings or your Zoom phone calls on the deck. So we're encouraging people to do that. You know, and to encourage that, we're handing out swag. So we've got bags and we've got stickers and all that type of stuff. The other thing that's big within the district is we've just opened up earlier this year the DuPage Wildlife Conservation Center. That's in Glen Ellen. It's a little bit farther here, but so many people around this area take injured wildlife there to be rehabbed. We've expanded the center. We've increased the educational space. We've increased the area for residents and the community, both in the county and out of the county, to come and see what actually happens in the rehab process. So if you haven't had an opportunity to visit that, I encourage you to do that. And one of the other cool things happening there is the building is 100% powered by renewable energy, solar and geothermal. We're also in the middle of construction. We began last year. It'll be completed next year. Our natural resources and facilities campus, 25% of our staff work within that area. Right now, it's scattered buildings, including some of the buildings are 120 years old, and there's still gravel floors because they're barns, old barns. So we are building a 30,000 square foot building. It'll support the staff. It'll be powered by solar, and we will meet, using cisterns, we will meet the majority of our water needs to wash our vehicles with the cisterns. One of the most cool things, I'm going to use cool a lot during this, but because I get very excited about what's going on in the forest, is, I know earlier in the meeting, Terry Witt was talking about trails, and we are in the process of completing the West Branch River Trail. It's a 26-mile trail that goes from Cook County all the way to Joliet, and it goes through this area as well. We broke ground in May, and one of the big things is we're going to be building a bridge over Roosevelt Road. It's a very busy road. It's going to be an $8.5 million project. And we're projecting it will be completed next year. This will, the trail as it's configured, will go through forests around here. It'll go through portions of Hawk Hollow, Pratt's Wayne, and West Branch to get down there. As I mentioned, it's an $8.5 million project. And we can skip that. Oh, here's something It's not being done yet, but we are investigating it. A lot of people have talked to the Forest Preserve about doing this, and this is going to be happening right in your neck of the woods. We are looking into a grazing program. And grazing program meaning we're going to put critters out into the, domesticated critters out into the forest to do some of the work for us. And we're looking at Hawk Hollow and Pratt Swain Woods and we're looking at different types of animals because they eat and like different types of plants. We're looking at putting sheep, they're the broadleaf experts, and they will eat several plants that are toxic to other wildlife. We're looking to put cattle. They use their tongues to wrap around and pull the aggressive grasses, and it prevents single grass species from taking over and smothering our wildlife. And goats. Goats like the woody stuff, and they eat from top to bottom, eating calorie pear, buckthorn, and honeysuckle. And so we're looking into that because one of the things to get rid of them, it's so sensitive, it's staff time because you have to go and work on every little piece of invasive. You can't just get rid of them all in one shot. It's very, it takes a lot of time. So the livestock will dramatically lower the need for chemical herbicides, especially near residential areas. Plus, the hoof action, just like back when this was all prairie, breaks up the soil. And their excrement is a natural fertilizer, and it helps, the hoof action will help germinate the seeds. And we'd be looking to do that from May until October. I'll share with you guys privately if we do decide to do that. Now let's talk about some, yes?
We have a shortage of coyotes here in Bartlett. Would you bring coyotes in too? I'm just kidding.
We can bring
So you guys would put the animals out there and then round them up?
We would have to have, I don't know if there are, sheep herders anymore, but I'd imagine there are, and goat herders. So we would have to fence the area, of course, so that's some of the due diligence we're going to.
Domesticated so they would come back to like a shelter.
Well, they would. I mean, we've all seen the movie Babe, I guess. So yes, yes, sir.
We have our golf pro here for Bartlett Hills. I wonder, Phil, will any of these animals be of use at the golf course?
That would be a bad question, but probably.
Yeah.
Aren't those the Scottish sheep? The long-haired Scottish sheep?
Oh, yes, that would be great.
Good for the golf course.
The hairy coos, the big ones, yes. One thing I've been pushing, and we are investigating, but I don't think we quite have enough, is bison as well. We're looking into that. We don't know if that would happen. I know Kane County is doing it. I know McHenry County is doing that. And so we would have to decide. And both of them, it's a meat industry as well. So a farmer is brought in to raise them on property. Let's talk a little bit about some things going on right here too. In Pratt Swain Woods along Route 59 in Stearns, kind of behind the Home Depot there, crews have recently cleared non-native and invasive woody brush from that area. One of the primary targets is calorie pear. Does everyone know calorie pear? No. You've seen them. They're bright white. They're beautiful. When they hit about 25 years old and a wind comes, they fall over onto your car. So they have just been named an invasive species in the state. So in a couple of years, they're not going to be allowed to be sold within the state. Yes. That's my backyard. Thank you. Certainly. Yeah, and we are working in that area to plant additional oak and hickory in that area as well. And we'll continue to manage for the resprouts of the invasives and all that. As I said, it's very time intensive to go out there. And if you want to get rid of it, you have to dig them up, or you have to use a paintbrush on every stem to go there. So think about that. The Forest Preserve District of DuPage is 26,000 acres. So I don't think, all of us in the room would be able to get it all done in a summer. Let's speak about Wayne Grove for a few minutes. Staff has recently conducted prescribed burns in the Class 4 Savannah area behind the swimming pool area. And speaking of burns, in this area, we have, everyone knows what a prescribed burn is? Okay. In West Branch Forest Preserve, we have done, this past year, 262 acres, Pratt's Wayne, 150 acres, Hawk Hollow, 93 acres, and Pate Phillip, 73 acres. Pate Phillip is a state park, but the Forest Preserve District does do some maintenance on there and does operate part of that forest preserve in concert with the state, as well as, I believe, the Park District runs the Nature Center there. Also, for the last several winters, we've done invasive brush mowing. We're scheduled to do that again this winter. And several residents just last week had talked to me about that preserve just on the north side. I can't remember the street, so just off of, just north of where the pool area is, that there was oak blight on many of the oak trees. And the staff, just so everyone knows, we don't treat oak blight. It's something that's a problem with the leaves, not the vascular system of the tree. And in closing, I just want to say, together with these efforts, reflect that the district has a commitment to connecting people to nature, improving our regional trail access, protecting natural areas, and residents can visit the DuPage Forest to learn more about any upcoming programs, projects, or ways to enjoy their forest preserve this summer. And if they want to reach out to me, their commissioner, even if you're in Cook County, feel free to reach out to me. I'm Rick Gieser, and my email is rgeeser@dupageforest.org. And I will share business cards with you before I leave, so you guys all have that as well. I'll entertain questions if that's appropriate.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Can we get the woolly mammoth back to Bartlett for a visit?
Sure, yes.
Maybe next summer?
Yeah, we just did a bunch of programming this summer at Fullersburg Woods, where the old Growy Mill is in Oak Brook, on mammoths, because that's where one of the mammoths that we found in Blackwell Forest Preserve is located.
And then we found a mastodon tooth here years ago in Bartlett.
Oh, was there?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we can talk about that.
All right, sounds good.
Yes, I'd be happy to talk. Yes. Any other questions?
I have one.
Yes.
It was years ago before you were even on the board, but I had called and asked about a better path, because I think there's some maybe foot trails there that went from Jervy to Auburn to connect that area so people can ride a bike.
Okay, I'm not as familiar with the roads in your town, so
Yeah.
just give me an idea where that is.
Sure, so it's just south of here,
About 6 blocks
6
south of here.
blocks south.
Okay.
So
But it-
Jerry,
Wayne Grove.
Jervy.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's Wayne Grove.
So it would go through Wayne Grove?
Yeah, but we were hoping, like, I understand that there's some, like, protected species, but we were hoping, like, if there was even, like, a chip trail or something that, like, you could take a bike through, not just like a narrow walking, like, foot trail. We were trying to do something to connect, and, like, I was interested because, like, hearing all of that there are some different species there, I thought it'd be, like, a good educational opportunity, too, if the Forest Preserve
Could
could
be.
put
Well,
some.
that's one thing that I learned. It's like, I know we all, in whatever, if we're going to the forest, if we're just driving into Chicago or driving wherever, we want to get to where we want to get, the way we want to get there now. But we have to, and I will talk to staff about that. We can talk, maybe we'll look at a map to see exactly what is in the way there. I mean, see what kind of protected species are there, and we can investigate seeing that.
I was going to bring up the same thing. I know 4 years ago, I asked staff to reach out regarding that property. Lived here my whole life. It's been a foot beaten down trail just from kids riding through there.
Yeah.
It basically goes from Beaver Pond
Okay?
to downtown Bartlett.
Yes.
So it cuts through that forest preserve.
Okay.
And a footpath or some sort of a gravel path would be great. I know the kids are always going through there. They don't want to go all the way down to Jewel and then go northbound. They'd like to cut through to go to downtown and go to, the businesses here.
Right.
So it would be a nice opportunity to connect that, so.
Well, let's
Look at
discuss
that, that'd be
I
great.
can talk to staff to see about what, what exactly is between here and there,
Perfect.
okay?
Especially since if there are things to learn about, like, I feel like even today, like tell me what the district is taking a look at, it's like so informational. It's like, I'm on the website right now, like looking at the next place I want to go to. So it'd just be nice if there was like something to get through there so people can enjoy and understand.
Well, I think it's important to do that, especially with signage to say, especially if it's not, it could be something cultural as well. I mean, so much has happened where we all live that we may not know about. It may be forest now, but there may have been something significant happen at some point. Just as an example, I discovered last summer that Martin Luther King spoke in the forest preserve in Blackwell, before it was a forest preserve property, but spoke there in 1967. Nobody knew it until I was able to scour some old databases. So it would be good to have signage about that or anything else. And signage it's like, well, let's go grab a coffee. Let's go grab a burger. So people know that it's not just a trail, but it leads somewhere.
Excellent.
Anybody else have any questions for Rick? All right, Rick, thank you for your presentation and your update. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And please reach out. Is it appropriate for me to come up and
Absolutely.
hand out business cards?
Absolutely.
Thanks, Rick. Have a good week.
I could send you a screenshot of that area too.
Thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Chairman GANDSEY. That'll take us to Planning and Zoning Committee. Chairman Hopkins.
Thank you, President GANDSEY. We have two items on our agenda. The first is Axium, 2026-10 Axium. Petitioner is requesting a site plan amendment at 1201 Humrock Circle. The original site plan was approved administratively. No variations or special uses were required. The Planning and Zoning Commission held the required public hearing, reviewed the petitioner's request, and recommended approval July 2nd, 2026. Is there any questions from the committee?
Nope.
We talked about this before and went over there. Pretty much no recommendations from us, so we'll forward this on to the village board for a final vote. Next item on our agenda is 2025-16 Copperleaf Subdivision. After the concept plan review in 2025, petitioner M.I. Homes submitted a full development application for a single-family development on 15 acres located on the east side of Naperville Road between Amber Grove and Timberline Subdivision. Their requests include annexation, rezoning, and amendment to the future land use plan, special use permit for a planned unit development, preliminary plat subdivision, PUD, and a preliminary PUD. Based on the committee's concerns with 44-foot by 120-foot lot width, the petitioner revised the plans by reducing the number of homes from 63 to 50 and increasing the lot size to 54 feet. Staff does not support the proposed driveway locations from lot 32 and 33 openings into the boulevard entrance and recommends the petitioner redesign lots 32 and 34. The proposed concept plan also identifies a 17-foot right-of-way dedication, including a 10-foot wide multi-use path along Naperville Road. Detention would be provided at the southeast corner of the development. Is there any questions or comments from the committee?
The petitioner is present, but staff would prefer to see the homes oriented north-south, like the other adjoining lots. They are showing an outlot as a park facility. The park district has said they do not want a park site, they wanted the cash donation. So there is the opportunity, that's not required per the park district to have that open space.
Would the petitioner comment on that?
Good evening. I'm Vince Rosanova, here tonight on behalf of the petitioner, which is MI Homes of Chicago. As Christy mentioned, and in your staff report, sir, we've really appreciated your professional staff over the last 6 months in collaborating with us for an enhanced plan. Many significant changes, and that couldn't have come about without that cooperation. As far as those 3 homes that have driveways facing that boulevard, that's something that we would appreciate the opportunity to continue to work with your professional staff on because we see some merit to keeping it there. And it's something we'd like to work with your staff on and discuss with the Plan Commission and ultimately then come back before you. The 3 reasons right off the top of my mind are number 1, when you pull into this community, it's a beautiful window to have those front facades looking out, and it's a good first impression for the overall Copperleaf. If we were to orient those driveways to the north and south, then when you would pull in, you would see the side elevations, and we don't necessarily think that that's the optimal situation. So that's something we want to continue to work on. Secondarily, when you pull into the community, there is also a great visual of where those driveways are at, and it's a 25-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. So we don't necessarily see that initial safety concern. That's something that we've looked at with our civil engineer as well as our traffic engineer. And also we have about a dozen examples of the same situation throughout the village, which function very well. And then the last thing is we agree with Christy, certainly that the Park District doesn't want another park. They have wonderful facilities. We have a whole map showing those in proximity, including Peregrine Park. So we're going to give a cash donation to the Park District in lieu. However, we think it's a nice opportunity to keep this here and manage it as an additional passive open space as a HOA park. So we'll pay the cash in lieu to the Park District so they can improve their proximate parks, but we also wanted to keep this. So that's why we just want to keep the discussion open, because we think there's some merits to continuing to evaluate.
Staff have any concerns with keeping that open space?
We don't have a concern with the open space. If they wanted to shift the lots on the south side and make the park space to be what was at that entrance, there's that possibility too. So we do think there's other alternatives for where those driveways could be located to avoid having someone backing out directly into the main entrance into the subdivision.
Which, I can't see the numbers from here, which is 33 and 34?
Right there, those 2.
So it's these 2. So the driveways pretty much align with the entrance into the subdivision.
So my concern would be, as a person who lived there, somebody coming in, snow plowing and plowing that driveway solid. That would be my one concern right off the bat. And then backing out of 33 and 32, if you're backing out of 32, you kind of have to back down the street slightly to get into the egress. So I've just, from a logistical standpoint, that just seems like it's a kind of a pain in the butt for whoever owns that house. That and the snowplow, obviously. So is there a reason that you don't want the side drive, like a side load? Does that not fit your home type of house that you're building?
That's exactly right. We don't have a side load. We have a very nice lineup. We have 5 different elevations, floor plans with 6 different elevations, and we don't have a side load. But if we could keep the conversation open, when we would come back, we would prepare exhibits showing where the snow would be stacked. One great aspect is along the north property line, that perimeter road, Silverleaf, is only single fed. There's no houses on the north side, so that's really an optimum location to push snow. And we could also come back with sightline studies and kind of show more how those movements occur, which our traffic engineer has already began to look at.
Well, I've seen similarities to that driveway situation. You know, we have that throughout the village. And I'd like to see what other ideas you possibly come up with. But at this point in time, I just know that, you know, drive up and down North Avenue in the village, and we have similar situations to that. So I'm on the fence on that.
And I'm absolutely not saying we won't change it. I'm saying over the last 6 months, we had great success collaborating with staff already, but we just want to fully have more discussions and vet it through Plan Commission, and then hopefully bring you back something that everybody could agree on.
Why does it have to like go straight in? Why couldn't it like come, like the entrance?
It is, as we pull into the community, are you suggesting?
So the entrance aligns with Phillip Drive. We didn't want to have the intersections offsetting, so that's why this is where the entrance is to the site.
And where was the park site? Down by the detention?
Correct.
Next to the detention, looks like that would be south, right across the street from that, basically. Is that a house there, or is that an empty lot? Right there.
This is still part of the detention lot.
It is, okay.
Will those 3 houses in front be built first, or do you have a plan for which of the models you would put there?
Yes, absolutely. So as far as our model plan, the models will be oriented right up close to the entrance. I believe there'll be 4 models, and I do believe that at least 1 or 2 of those lots will be model homes, but I'd have to confirm that.
Okay.
Christie, I've taken another look at this, and now I understand the concept of why the village is talking about 32 and 33. I didn't realize that when I first spoke that was right by the entrance to the community. And 34 is removed to that, you know, but 32 and 33, that could be a situation that needs to be addressed.
Can the house 32, can it be flipped so that the driveway is closer to the curve? And just basically flip-flop the elevation of that house so it's not right in the drive?
So have the driveway on this lot face south?
Just slide that driveway south, not necessarily, just flip-flop the house. Right now, the elevation's on the north, the driveway's on the north side of the house, or the north edge of the house.
Northwest side.
Yeah, the northwest, can it be flip-flopped so that driveway, when you come in, I mean, the lights will be going into the house, but not into the driveway, or not into the garage? Can that elevation, because that would slide that entrance over, or that driveway over, beyond that entrance there.
I think we should let the petitioner collaborate with staff.
Yeah.
And whatever they present to the Plan Commission, if you want to shoot for the stars, be my guest, but, I mean, yeah, I think we're not here to tell you how to do your development, but if you want to take it to the planning and zoning and see what you come up with, but I would have the same concern with these oriented in this direction, so I think a little collaboration and then go before the planning and zoning.
Trustee Hopkins, we have Mike Worden sitting in the audience. Let's just invite him up here.
Have you guys had good collaboration thus far?
We have. If you recall, these lots were significantly narrower. They changed their product type to do a wider lot. We had concerns with the parking before. This does allow for more on-street parking during the day, not at night. So we have worked with them. They have lost some lots due to those requests, and they are providing upgraded building elevations.
Those are a lot of my concerns, so I really appreciate you addressing those concerns and coming back before us, so.
We appreciate the feedback this evening, and we certainly appreciate your professional staff. It's created a much better plan, and we have time before Plan Commission. We anticipate September 3rd, so we'll be reaching out to see if there is an alternative that will make everybody happy. Thank you.
Any other questions from the committee? Nope. All right, then we'll send this to the planning and zoning for them to do their review and the public hearing. That's all we have under building and zoning tonight.
Thank you, Chairman Hopkins. That'll end our committee meeting tonight. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by trustee Daney. Second by trustee Swansky. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Betterman,
Yes.
Daney,
No, yes, yes.
GANDSEY,
Yes.
Hopkins,
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
Swansky.
We are adjourned.
Yes, I'm hearing.